Juan Soto just signed a $765 million contract with the New York Mets at the age of 26. I saw a lot of hating on social media. Are professional athletes overpaid? Do they make too much money? How many professional athletes are there actually in the world, right? So I did a little research, and it was about 85,000 professional athletes worldwide, representing players from about 100 different associations in 60 countries, right? So when you think about this, in like the global sense, it's 85,000, but it's 8.2 billion people on the planet. So when we're looking at these people who we claim make way too much money, you got to realize it's only a small population that's making that much money. Being a professional athlete is extremely rare. Actually, it's less than the top 1%. Less than 1% that's crazy. And then even if you compare the rarity to other professionals, if a professional athlete is less than 1% of the population, or even less than 1% of the population that plays sports, compared to other industries, all top earners and top performers get paid way more than the other people. Like, look at CEOs, surgeons, even artists. The income is always disproportionately higher for the people that generates revenue. And let's talk about the revenue that athletes actually bring in. So, like, bro, they make so much money. Like, they make billions of dollars a month. I mean, not a month. They make billions of dollars a year from ticket sales, merchandise, sponsorships, endorsements, TV deals. It's like how much money you generate for your company tends to be how much they pay you. So even if you are a salesperson, salespeople tend to get paid sometimes higher than the CEO because they're actually bringing in the revenue for the company. They'll get paid more than HR. They'll get paid more than all of these other places. It's the same thing in the sports world. These people are coming to see Messi. These people are coming to see LeBron. These people are coming to see Ronaldo. That is why they're going to get paid. It all become billionaires from playing because they're making and they're generating so much money. If you have a good professional athlete team, they generate so much revenue for all of the surrounding businesses that it just makes sense that they get paid a lot of money. But also, there is downsides to being a professional athlete because unlike most Americans, we get rich later on. They say the average man makes the most amount of money he ever makes between 40 to 50. But professional athletes, they got to make all their money early in life up front. So you got to compare this to the average person. So it's like, it's hard. It's going to be very, very hard. And you're not going to feel sympathy because, again, I say, we really don't feel sympathy for people who make hundreds of millions of dollars. But like $50 million with like the cost of living and like being adjusted for as you have like kids and whatnot, and then people ask you and then you do frivolous things because you don't have the financial literacy and discipline to actually save money and do those types of things because you're getting so much money young. It's easy for like athletes and professionals, you look like Adrian Peterson, to go broke. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And also, we get money later on in life, so we make better decisions. And you got to realize, even with their careers is way shorter, so they have a shorter amount of time to make earning potential, but they just make more money on a yearly basis than what most other professions could possibly make. But like, if you look at it in the NFL, the average years is that a player's in the league is around 3 to 5 years. In the NBA, the average years that somebody's in the league is from 4 to 6 years. So if you look at it, other professions, like if you're a stock trader, you can trade stocks to the day you die. From 18 to the day you die, you can have the ability to make money, and you're learning different like type of skills and things like that. I think this is one part that a lot of people, they misinterpret when it comes down to being a pro athlete. They feel like it's just easy and it's just like strictly genetics. Like, genetics can play a part, but most people I know who are professional athletes, they started playing that sport when they were like 5 years old, 6 years old. And they like seriously grinded every day. When we were going out, when we was going to Panama, when we was having fun going different places, they were working. So if you started something at the age of 5 years old and you worked basically every day to get to that goal that you wanted to from the age of 5 to 18 or 5 to 21, it will make sense that you make a lot of money, because all of the people who I know who became professional athletes, they didn't have a summer their entire childhood. So they basically sacrificed their childhood to become like top tier in one of the most competitive places in the earth to become successful, because like, you know, like the cliche, you're more likely to get struck by a lightning bolt to make it to the NBA. Like, this is wild. But like, when you really think about it, you have so much competition. I get the argument. They be like, well, what value in society is professional athletes bringing? We need to get paid more to teachers and firefighters should make more than professional athletes because they bring in a real service. And I feel like teachers, firefighters, police officers, all of those professions, they should get paid more money. But being a teacher or being a firefighter, even though it does run our society, and we wouldn't be able to run society without these jobs, they're essential jobs. Essential jobs never get paid the most amount of money. It's always businesses that generate the most revenue that has enough money to pay other people. So it's like, even though if you think it's morally right or wrong, a teacher will never make more than an NBA player because the teacher doesn't drive revenue. Not to say that their job isn't important. You're not generating $1 billion, so you're not going to get paid close to $1 million. You feel what I mean? So I think they still should get paid more, but it's just the perspective that you have to see. Like, you get paid what you provide to the company. I understand all of the arguments. I just want to really ask you this question. Like, and I want you to really think about it and don't be emotional about it. If you work tirelessly for a decade to master your craft and generate millions of dollars, potentially billions of dollars for other people, wouldn't you want to be paid what you're worth? So, I mean, you could say athletes are prima donnas or whatever you feel like they are. But one thing you can say is that you work harder at the craft that you had more than a pro athlete who had to sacrifice the first 15 years of their life to get what they had. Most people don't get serious with their work until, if you're lucky, 21. If I'm being real, around like 25, 30. So it's just like, if we started earlier on, focusing on the craft that we wanted to be, I think that you will become a top 1% and you will make more money than other people would make.